more properties of logarithms and some little bit of exponential algebra that you must remember. So please, if the algebra doesn't make sense, send me an email or ask in our Zoom meetings or something to explain the algebra behind it. You just can't gloss over it and say, oh, I kind of remember that, that kind of makes sense. No, make me explain the basics of different algebraic processes if they do not make sense. I'm all for brushing off the rust off of it's whatever algebra. It's no big deal, and we'll continue to do that. And you will get much more proficient, even become masters of algebraic manipulation, and that's essential to being able to do this calculus. The calculus, if you will not, you might have to know how to take a derivative beautifully. But if you don't, and you remember the rules, but if you stumble over some algebra issues, then that's going to cause you to get things wrong and be frustrated. Let's brush that rust off the algebra. It doesn't matter if we're a month into it or 2 months or 6 months. If there's an algebraic thing that doesn't make sense, please ask, and we will go over it and we'll figure it out. I can make videos over it, or we can do Zoom stuff. We'll figure it out. So there is some algebraic hurdles in this one. Sorry about this right here. This does not look good, so I've rewritten it right here. And this is our answer right here, so we'll get to that answer here in a little bit. But before I go to that, I want to go to your rules. I alluded to the rules of logarithms a little bit earlier, and let's see here, rules for logarithms. The three ones that are very important are these first three here, okay? Also, change of base is very important. So we want these three, and this change of base when those four are very important for us. I mean, you can learn this one too, that's not bad, and any of these other ones, but don't worry about this one yet, or this one. So basically, here up was good, and we're definitely using 1 and 2 and 3 a lot, and then the change of base we might use some too, so also very important too. So write those down, pause and write those down, or print you off one. I'll have some formula sheet for you too, review sheet that I need to upload, and I'll try to get that to you. But don't be overwhelmed with it. It's there's a lot of information. I tried to summarize all of calculus in a brief packet. The packet ends up being like 20 pages, but we'll see what we can. It's just like a reference guide, a quick reference guide. But anyways, back to the problem. So what are we going to do with it? So the rules. Well, first off, you know that this is really x times square root of y inside here, right? Well, our rule for multiplication inside a logarithm is you change it to addition. So it's log base 9 of x plus log base 9 of the square root of y, okay? So there we go. That's part of it. Well, it doesn't look like that yet, Mr. Undershot. I'm going to get there. We have a few more little manipulations to do. Okay, so this was, if you don't understand this, pause this and go look at, I think it's rule 1 that I just showed you. It might be rule 1. It's nice to have that quick log reference guide. Like I said, I'm going to get you a sheet 2, but if you want to make your own quick log reference guide, very good. All right, now we need to manipulate this one. So this part's fine, log base 9 of x. We're really done with that piece, but plus. Now, what does the square root mean? You must remember that the square root means up to the 1/2 power. Okay? What does cubed root mean? Cubed root means 1/3 power. What would cubed root of x squared be? That's x up to the 2/3 power. What is the fifth root? That's x of x. That's x up to the 1/5 power, and so on and so forth, etc., etc. So you got to be able to remember your rules like this, your algebraic things like this, and we can brush the rest off that as we need to. Okay, so now we can do the power rule with this, right? So this is, you move it out to the front, so it's 1/2 multiplied by the log of this log here times y, or not times y, the log of y, okay? Log base 9 of y. Sorry, I'm stumbling over that. And this is log base 9 of x. Okay, and there we go, we're done. See this now, it's a little messy, but it's the same as this. So, there you go.